You can call them titans, god trios, the protagonists. Whichever combination of words you choose, there's always a team that goes above and beyond in talk and gameplay compared to the rest of their region. Taking a look at the display of power in Europe over the qualifiers, each first place team per weekend showed us exactly why they deserve the title of a super team. But when did these super teams form? How did they play in the past year as a whole? And what's their story?
In the debut of this FNCS, Guildhen, Wave Janus and Uguay, better known as Chapix, became the first team to qualify for the semi-finals in Chapter 2 Season 5. Their story wasn't as dominant as in the past, with each player consistently changing which partners and teams they were on. The story really began in DreamHack, where Hen and Chapix started to play together as an international duo, placing 4th on EU Grand Finals, 13th on EU Grand Finals, and then even 1st on an open round in NA East. There was obvious chemistry, but no lock-on for this duo to play together in the FNCS, until Janus found his way in due to all of the shakeups happening between trios in Europe. With FNCS closing in and each variation of teams Janus was on not working out to their highest potential, he paired up with the duo the week of the qualifier, placing 2nd on the Trio Cash Cup in Europe that week and 8th on NA East.
Each player associated one word with their team, and that was consistency. We're not only talking about the placement here, each time you would tune into this trio on the qualifier weekend, they would have 4 eliminations post early and mid game due to the playstyle and tendencies of Chapix and Hen. With each elim being worth 2 points, having an almost guarantee of 4 elims per game is going to be a huge swing for the team going into semis and hopefully grand finals. Combine that with the brain of the back-to-back FNCS champ, Janus, this trio is dubbed the complete and consistent super team. Moving along the tracks of time, Qualifier 2 popped up. It was Train H's Skite and Falconly, along with Grizzly's Robabs, who take home the crown with the most creative and risky plays we saw throughout all the qualifiers up to date. It was strange though. Historically, things looked a lot more reserved and passive. The results from Robabs and Falconly as a duo only led them to heats in the past. But now, in this new meta together, this trio defies statistics, fixes mistakes, and plays a free-flow version of Fortnite straight towards the top.
In Qualifier 1, this trio had uncontested spot at Misty Meadows and the best chance to qual compared to so many other teams present on the day. Due to this freedom though, they spent a lot of time looting and fell behind on Surge, unable to keep up with the pace of the lobby. What was the fix? Creating the pace themselves, pushing out earlier, making radical plays towards the endgame, invading other trio sightlines and space. They placed so well across the board too, upping both their average elims and placement over the day, securing that top spot.
They had amazing plays and retakes for height, defied all statistics coming into the day, earning the title of Zone Control Masters and the perfect placement super team. We've talked a lot about chemistry, but there's different levels of how close and in sync teams can actually be. This subject is no stranger to our next trio. Take Train H Alpha and Solary Blaster, a duo playing together since the days of World Cup, and combine them with the low ground clutch minister himself from France, Vitality Nikov, and you get results of grade A++ in the chemistry department, as well as a first place finish in Qualifier 3.
Rotations are a huge thing from early to mid game in Fortnite, and this trio has stuck with dropping it craggy season after season, attacking rifts, new POIs, and even the 0 point on the rotations, regardless of if they're playing well or if they're in a slump. Being extremely comfortable with the drop spot, they have a lot of time to plan paths and never fall behind on surge damage in any game. Combine that with their love for low ground, they always end up in the best spot to be able to hit high average placement every game. That end game with a super cool retake, this trio was on low ground. Oh, that one game where they had an insane heal off? Yep, if it was EU, these guys were on ultimate low. RPG, Alpha and Blaster. End game 1v1? Yeah, Nikov either won it or they came in top 5 that game.
Consistent game plan, chemistry, clean low ground plays. They have the seas of Fortnite on lock and have an entire nation to carry on their back coming into the semifinals this season of the FNCS. La lutte en dessous is the battle cry for this team on low ground, and we'll be seeing a lot of them this FNCS and beyond.
That's just 3 of the big super teams rolling into this FNCS. There's many more big prospects ready to take a shot at the Axe of Champions, and many underdogs still looking for their chance in the spotlight. Tune in to watch all these players make their plays on the island right after they drop out of the battle bus. Beep beep!